right now. Some people in life are lovely, some people in life are talented, and some people are both. And that's our next guest, the lovely and talented Tamar Katz, back here on Lewis Live. Tamar, how you doing out there?
Hey, I always love your intro. I mean, it's the only place where somebody calls me lovely and talented, and I feel so good, and I'm so glad to be on your show. Just for that introduction.
Okay, well, we're certainly happy to have you on this Ladies' Night show. This is all about the ladies tonight. And, of course, your particular sport is figure skating, ice skating. You're a champion at that. And I'm curious, now that you transition into college lifestyle and in the real world, how do you still follow the sport that you've dedicated so much of your life to?
So I think the sport has changed quite drastically. Even when it was beginning to change when I was still skating, and in the last 4 years it has changed even more. And obviously I watch the Olympics, and I keep in touch with the news, and I have friends who are still in the sport. I don't watch most competitions like I used to. I only watch the big events like the European Championships, the national championships in the world. But I don't follow the junior Grand Prix or the up-and-coming skaters as much, but I am aware of what's going on.
And personally, do you still do training? Because a lot of these athletes that are the champions, even when they go to college and so on, they can't get it out of their blood. They have to do some type of training. So do you do any of that, or are you just taking a break right now and focusing on other things?
It's true. It's really hard to get it out of your system. Figure skating will always be my first love. I think I could say that pretty confidently. And I graduated from university 3 months ago, and actually I skated full-time for 3 months for the first time in 4 years. And I forgot how hard it was and all the challenges involved with it. But it was so wonderful because I was able to, the most beautiful thing I think about any sport and skating in general is the tangible results. So if you work hard towards something, you actually get to see results and feel results, like landing a jump. It's tangible, you can feel it. It's very empowering. So I worked for 2 months to get back in shape and try to do triples again. And when I did, it was just so tangible. It's like instant gratification, and it was an amazing experience. And I started my first full-time job 2 weeks ago, and I literally went from skating 3-4 hours a day to working full-time, and it was a difficult transition once again. So I am now at the point where I don't know how to keep skating in my life, but I'm going to figure that out in some way or another because I'm one of those athletes that can't get it out of my system. It's part of who I am, and I've learned to accept it.
Again, the lovely and talented Tamar Katz here on Lewis Live. Now, it's also to you on your graduation. Now you're working. So tell the folks listening what you graduated in and what you're working in right now.
So I graduated from the University of Pennsylvania in the Wharton School with a degree in finance and management. And I'm working for Kushner Companies. Jared Kushner, married to Ivanka Trump, runs a real estate investing firm in New York City. They actually also just purchased an insurance company in Israel. So I am working for them, and I invest in commercial real estate properties. And it's been a blast. In fact, I went to the Jersey Shore yesterday to see the property. It's very different from what I was doing before, but a lot of the skills I learned as a skater, about dedication and hard work and being able to focus were very translatable into the real world. And it's been a hard but wonderful transition.
Now, I know that Donald Trump went to the Wharton School and Ivanka as well, and I know Ivanka converted to Judaism, and I'm curious how involved she is with the day-to-day running the business, because sometimes people at that level, they don't come in so much. I mean, have you met Ivanka, hung out with her? Tell us about that if you have.
So Kushner Companies is not Trump, so Ivanka works for Trump and I work for Jared. And she is brilliant and beautiful and smart, and I don't know her very well, but every time I've seen her, and I work at a different company than Jim, every time I've seen her, she's always been lovely. So I I admire her and I admire her husband, and that's why I came to work here, because they are doing amazing things for New York City, and they are incredible role models.
And now, I know obviously, even though you're in the United States, you're a proud Israeli champion, and I'm curious what life has been like with dealing with this war, and people know who you are, you're a celebrity. Have you got any anti-Israel feedback, anything like that, or have people been more supportive to you?
So my Facebook feed has turned into two things: the Ice Bucket Challenge and a feed for people's opinions on the Gaza-Israel war. And most of Facebook filters out to what your friends think, but most of my friends are pro-Israel. But there has been a lot of pushback, and especially what I see in the media and the way people view Israel, and it's mostly in regards to ignorance. They don't have all the facts, they don't have all the information, which is unfortunately what the media is presenting. So in order to really get the full picture, people have to do digging to understand what's going on, and the average person doesn't do that. So I have been encountered, less in New York City, but others I have been encountered with people thinking that Israel is the enemy. And that is very unfortunate. And it's been hard for me, as my whole family lives in Israel. And that was a time where I was nervous that my brother would be drafted into the army. They were taking reserves in. And it's hard to hear, my parents having to go into the safe room. My cousin is in the army. My really good friend's cousin was in Gaza and was killed. So it's hard. It's hard to see, and even though I'm not there, my friends and my family, people I know, are suffering, and it's very hard from afar. I would think it's maybe even harder because you don't even really know what's going on. You're not absorbing it, and you're nervous. So it's not easy, for sure.
Well, last question is, speaking of all that you're not in Israel, we had such a good time when you came like a year and a half ago, went that coffee and cookie place in Tel Aviv. So the fans want to know, and myself, when are you coming back to Israel?
So I'm trying. So I've only been working for 2 weeks, but I'm trying to come for Rosh Hashanah. I'm lucky enough to work for a Jewish firm that they close on Rosh Hashanah, so we have a 4-day weekend. So I'm trying to make a trip to Israel for that. And my nephew, I haven't seen him, and he's almost going to be 2 soon. He's so large. So I'm trying to come for that trip.
All right.
That break. So and it's also going to be my birthday, so I'm definitely trying to come.
All right. Well, happy early birthday. Hopefully you're able to make it to the Holy Land for the high holidays. And tomorrow, always a pleasure to have on the lovely Tamar Katz here on Lewis Live. Thank you so much, and congratulations on all the recent success. It's good to hear.
Thank you. Always a pleasure to be on your show. And please send me the link.
Will do. No doubt. All right. Be well, Tamar.